this loud. It's the one innocent guy. Moscow after midnight, blood on the rail. Every liar's hand on the killer's veil. The truth's a ghost in a phantom crowd. Everyone is guilty with silence this loud.
Yes, and it's good morning or good afternoon, whenever I plan to run this. Welcome. It's Once Upon a Crime Time with your line. I'm your host, Tommy Jude. Yeah, I don't know what time I'm going to run this. This is not live. This is not live. It's a premiere, so everybody can chat and stuff. That's the way I run it. If you don't know that, you do now. That's the way I run it sometimes. I haven't done it for a while, though. But anyway, and sometimes I'll be in chat and sometimes I won't be. So, yeah, just to get that out of the way. I welcome the crime family to this Sunday show, and this is quite eye-opening. Everybody has, if they don't have it, their investigators do, or both. You can look up people's software that you can look up anybody and look up their crimes, their addresses. I mean, it tells you pretty much everything about them, where they've lived, their addresses, their phone numbers, and all that good stuff. Anyway, so I decided, I never really looked at this part of things, but this is pretty eye-opening. You got to remember, this is a small community. This is a small town, I ran myself. I've ran myself. And the sex offenders in this area right here, in the surrounding area, there is zero. And one of my investigators, when I told them that, they said, I've never even seen that before. But of course, I'm surrounded by mostly family and stuff. There might be drug charges on people and stuff, but there's no one messes with babies around here. You know what I'm saying? No one messes with kids. I don't know of any trafficking done in this community here. But let's take a peek at Moscow, should we? I looked up legal things of how, if I can do what I really want to do, and it's iffy. So I'm not gonna. This is what the hell time is it anyway? It's 5:19 a.m. I'm not gonna call my lawyer and ask him. Who's my brother, by the way. I'm not going to call my brother at 5:19 in the morning. But so I'm gonna read to you this. I'm gonna show you the very first part where there's no names or anything like that. I'll bring that up. And here we have it. And this is sex offender information for 1122 Moscow. Just in this area, look at this, people. Look at this. Look at this. There's 61. 61 records. I will give initials. I won't give names. And let's just begin, shall we? And I'll list their charge. And I'll kind of list at least the street they live on. CCP charges lewd conduct with a minor child under 16, Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. Everybody I am saying that I'm going to say here, those 61 people are all from Moscow. Not Pullman in Moscow, not anywhere else, but Moscow, Idaho. DER charges possession of material involving the sexual exploitation of minors. Charge correlation. Old Pullman Road, Moscow, Idaho. Jeff GLK. Charge lewd conduct with a minor child under 16. White Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. AFH. Charge rape. Almond Street, Moscow, Idaho. DWP. Charges access with intent to view, charge correlation pending. Steiner Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. Now, a lot of you are going to recognize some of these streets and avenues and whatever. Because remember, this is based on 1122 King Road. KMO. Charge sexual exploitation of a child. West Palouse River Drive, Moscow, Idaho. JAP. Charge assault, second degree with sexual motivation. South Jefferson Street, Moscow, Idaho. DDM. Oh, that makes me want to go somewhere else. I'll do that later. Charge attempted sexual assault on a child. South Lily Street, Moscow, Idaho. WHA. Sexual exploitation of a child. Jackson, Moscow, Idaho. MAGG. Lewd conduct with a minor child under 16. South Hawthorne Drive, Moscow, Idaho. NAP, sexual exploitation of a child. Castleford Street, Moscow, Idaho. DRW, charge video voyeurism, North Van Buren Street, Moscow, Idaho. I wish I could show you like the pages and the fiction, but I just don't. I don't need those problems. JATL, charge obscene visual representation, charge correlation pending, East 6th Street, Moscow, Idaho. ATF, charge indecent language to a minor, Orchid Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. DGR, charge lewd conduct with minor child under 16, North Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. JT Cook, Cooker, charge lewd conduct with a minor child under 16, North Half Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. VWA, charge child molestation in the 2nd degree, South Asbury Street, Moscow, Idaho. MDB, ooh, there's another one. I'm going to look that one up too. Charge rape, Old Pullman Road, Moscow, Idaho. I really want to look that guy up. And I'm going to. RDH, charge sexual intercourse with a minor, special circumstances. Lund Lane, Moscow, Idaho. JRG. Seems like I've seen that face before. JRG, offense, aggravated oral sexual battery charge, correlation pending, Northwood Drive, Moscow, Idaho. DTB, charge sex abuse of child under 16, South Asbury Street, Moscow, Idaho. JAL, charge lewd conduct with a minor child under 16, West Palouse River Drive, Moscow, Idaho. JMM, charge sexual exploitation of a child, West A Street, Moscow, Idaho. NJH, charge sex exploitation of a child, North Almond Street, Moscow, Idaho. Michael CH, charge rape in the 3rd degree, North Van Buren Street, Moscow, Idaho. DEH, this one doesn't say charge offense. It says offense code, and then it says ID 29547, whatever that means. Orchid Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. Ooh, he looks rugged. Ick. NWL. Charge sexual exploitation of a child. South Asbury Street, Moscow, Idaho. And no, they're not doubled up people. These are all different people. JAC. Oh, this is interesting too. Charge communication with minor for immoral purposes. Charge correlation pending. East 4th Street, Moscow, Idaho. JRB. Again, one of those codes. West Pullman Road, Moscow, Idaho. A lot of these streets and avenues are fairly close by, people. You wonder, Kaylee was a digger. She was like us. She was a sleuth. Did she run into something? Because I'll bet you money she had some software to look people up. You have to question things. TMC. Charge indecent liberties charge correlation pending. West Palouse River Drive, Moscow, Idaho. MJH. Charge lewd conduct with minor child under 16. Half North Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. WEJ. Charge lewd conduct with minor child under 16. East 3rd Street, Moscow, Idaho. NWM. Charge rape of a child in the 1st degree. Reisenauer Road, Moscow, Idaho. WAM. Oral copulation with person under 16. You sick fucking old man. West C Street, Moscow, Idaho. BDM. Sexual battery. Logan Street, Moscow, Idaho. DPS. Charge rape in the 3rd degree. Charge correlation pending. Empire Lane, Moscow, Idaho. TRW. Charge designated level 3 offender. Spotswood Street, Moscow, Idaho. Yeah, he looks like a little fucking perv. JJD. Possession of sexually explicit images of minors. Steiner Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. CRS. Sexual exploitation of a child. North Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. What bushy eyebrows you have. NSH. Lewd conduct with a minor child under the age of 16. North Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. How many times have I said Main Street or Palouse Drive. SWD charge, oral copulation with person under 18, Itani Drive, Moscow, Idaho. KTAZ, lewd conduct with a minor child under the age of 16, South Lynn Street, Moscow, Idaho. RTT, one of those codes again. East 8th Street, Moscow, Idaho. JCP, sexual battery of a minor. West A Street, Moscow, Idaho. RD, sexual exploitation of a child. 1000 Granite Heights, Moscow, Idaho. APD, sexual exploitation of a child. South Jefferson Street, Moscow, Idaho. KTAZ, lewd conduct with a minor child under 16. Walenta Drive, Moscow, Idaho. MBB, charge, lewd, I don't even know if I can pronounce this, lascivious child under 16, principal in attempt in parentheses. Just says of state, Moscow, Idaho. DMB, offense, rape of a child in the first degree. Concord Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. BKS, sexual abuse of child under the age of 16. South Blaine Street, Moscow, Idaho. JAM, charge, rape in the third degree, charge correlation pending, North Garfield Street, Moscow, Idaho. JP Reddington, charge, voyeurism, charge correlation pending, South Washington Street, Moscow, Idaho. JCV, charge, rape. West 1st Street, Moscow, Idaho. JDP, charge, predatory, criminal sexual assault of a child. Street, Moscow, Idaho. JEH, enticing child over internet. Quarry Lane, Moscow, Idaho. SJS, lewd conduct with a minor child under the age of 16. North Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. NJR, charge, rape. Johnson Street, Moscow, Idaho. JJD, charge possession of sexually explicit images of minors. Steiner Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. RMW. Charge possession of sexually explicit images of minors. Charge correlation pending. West Palouse River Drive, Moscow, Idaho. MCG. Charge lewd or lascivious, whatever you pronounce that word, acts with child under 14. Orchid Avenue, Moscow, Idaho. F. McDonald. Sexual exploitation of a child. Granite Heights Loop, Moscow, Idaho. That's the list of what's by 1122 King Road. And if it's just Moscow alone, that is crazy. That is crazy to have that many people in that area with sex crimes. Did this play a role in anything? We know that they were on, think about it, they were on a lot of different platforms. These people can pose as anybody they want online. They can be anybody they fucking want to be. To me, that is, I mean, I can't even, and that's just Moscow. I haven't tried to pull Pullman yet. That's just Moscow. 61 people. 61 people. There was one woman. Does this change anything? Does this, I mean, have they, I mean, the police must look at this. Did they go question any of these people and see where they were? And I know it's been 3 years, so it's probably been, it's a little different, you know, more or less names, who knows? But did they go asking these people where they were at that time? We talk about stalkers, you know. We talk about stalkers, right? Who would be known stalkers? It's people like this. It isn't people like Brian that has never had anything against them. And I think everybody, you know, the whole family, we all know, right? That the person, they're trying to make it sound like the person that was staring at her was Brian. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Could it be somebody like one of these people that are living so close by and maybe even closer back then? I mean, we have to think about it, right? We have to think about it. Does this play into anything? I just know that these are the kind of people that stalk people. And these are the people that rape people. These are the people that try to do things to little girls and little kids. These are awful people. We have to think about this kind of things. We have to. And a crime like this, and I'm going to do kind of a deeper dive into this and figure out, what each person's background is, because I can do that. I can just click and view their background reports and find out what they're all about. If they have other charges, this is just sexual offenders. This isn't looking at like their other charges at all. I just, for that area, it's such a high number. Why? What the hell's going on in Idaho, man? Why? This is like a small university college town with college kids. And if you look at these people, they're not nice looking. They're not. There's some that, I'm looking at one right now that looks like a businessman. Sexual exploitation of a child. He looks like a businessman. Shirt, tie. And this one looks, he looks like he's got some problems. So yeah, I'm going to go into a deeper dive into this because I want to know, like, this guy reminds me, man, I've seen this guy's face before. Just not sure where. But here, let's see what happens when I run a thing here. Okay, there's not much. Wait a minute. Here we go. Give it a couple minutes, if that. I just wonder if they even, as fucked up as the investigation was and is, if they even question any of these kind of people. Let's see what this guy is. Okay, this guy was born in September of 1968. He's 56 years old. He's got relatives in Moscow, Lewiston, Indiana, Moscow, Indiana. Ooh, Minnesota. And kind of a spendy little town in Minnesota at that. Indiana, Oregon, Washington, Yakima. Another one in Minnesota, Faribault. There's some kind of prison over in that town. Lewiston, South Carolina. Indiana again. Okay, it shows me a possible associate 1 and a possible associate 2 and a possible associate 3. No, I don't want to know his social security shit. Telephone numbers. Looks like he's had telephone numbers based out of Pullman, Spokane, Palm Springs, California. A couple from Palm Springs and North Vernon, Indiana. What else I want to get down to? Okay, we got his offender registry came from Mississippi. So, yeah. Oh, I could get into this. If I opened all these up, people, you'd really see something. This is the actual charges that, yeah, aggravated oral sexual battery, any other offense committed in another jurisdiction for which registration is required in that jurisdiction, aggravated oral sexual battery. And then it goes back into the jurisdiction thing. And he's got an aggravated battery pending. If it's the same one, I'm not sure. Let's see what else he's got here. Nah, I don't want the traffic stuff. But isn't that something? Isn't this crazy? Is this crazy or am I just crazy? I mean, seriously. I could see maybe 10, 61. 61 in the town of Moscow. What is going on over there? And a lot of it is exploitation of children under the age of 16. Do you think there's a trafficking problem over there? And I hate saying that word because they might dock me a little or whatever it's called, shadow ban me. But that's what's going on. That's what's going on over there. And I'm just wondering if it isn't one of these people, did Kaylee find out something about this Trafficking? Because it sure seems like there's a lot of it going on over there. A lot of it. It's crazy. Totally crazy. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today. And again, this is not live. This is a recording, but the chat is live. And I wish you all a very good day. Have a nice Sunday, nice relaxing Sunday. And here I wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you some things. So let's see, like people were asking why I was doing this at the end of the last video. This is Jonah Chapin, all right? And he's the one that's staring into the camera with a very, what kind of look is that? Just staring into the camera, almost like I'm going to get you. Just strange. Now, this is before he went to jail. 2 days later, he got busted with a black backpack with $20,000 in it and some drugs. And he ended up in jail, or he ended up looking like this. and this. So that's why I was showing these pictures, was showing you that it is him. It's Jonah Chapin. And that's why I was doing that at the end of that video. Anyway, let me get this out of here. I shall might see you tonight. I don't know. I might run something tonight. It just depends if I can go and get some sleep now. Whatever. So it's a Sunday. It's nice and mellow. I love you all, and may you have a great day. And we shall catch you next time around. Until then, rock and roll. I'm looking for something. It's a Sunday, right? I mean, so I should get some church music. Just for Sundays, you know what I mean? There we go. You guys all have a great day.
Does a woman take your silver spoon, dig your grave? Heartless challenge, pick your path and I in the morning, see your sunrise, loves to go down. Lousy lovers pick their prey, but they never cry out loud. Cry out. Well, did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go.
much. How are you guys doing tonight?